Hey everyone, welcome back to Code Tomato. In today's video, we're creating a cross-button hover effect with CSS. Let's start with the HTML. Here, I will add a button with the text awesome. Now, let's jump into the CSS. First, I'm adding a CSS reset to ensure consistent styling across browsers. The box sizing rules ensure the padding and borders are included in the total size of elements. I'm also removing any default margins and paddings from all elements. Now, let's style the body. Set the background to a dark color. Set the height to 100 VH. Use Flexbox to center the button both horizontally and vertically. Now the button is perfectly centered. Next, let's style the button. Background transparent. Color white. Font size 32 pixels. Border 4 pixels, solid white. Font weight bold. Text transform uppercase. Letter spacing 5 pixels. Padding, top and bottom, 20 pixels, and for the left and right, 45 pixels. Transition, all 1 second. Let's add a hover effect for this button. The border color changes to a neon green shade with some transparency. Now, let's add the before pseudo element. I set the content to blank and the position to absolute. Since the layer is absolute, I set the button's position to relative to contain the pseudo element. Back to the pseudo element, I set the width and the height to 100%, set the background to neon green. I set left and top to 0 to position it properly. To place this layer behind the text, I use the index -1. To hide it initially, I rotate it along the x-axis with transform rotate x 90 degrees. Finally, I add a smooth transition for the hover effect. On hover, I set the rotation to 0 degrees so it rotates back to its original position. Next, let's change the button text color to match the dark background. Now, let's add the after pseudo element. It will have almost the same style as the before pseudo element, except for the transform property. Instead of rotate x, I use rotate y to rotate it along with the y-axis. On hover, I will rotate back to its original position, just like the before pseudo element. And that's it. When you hover over the button, the neon cross button effects comes into view, creating a sleek and futuristic hover effect. Try this out for your next project. It's simple, eye-catching, and adds a touch of interactivity to your UI. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more awesome CSS effects. See you in the next one.